My name is Wendy Jules. I'm a registered nurse and co-owner of Fleur de Lis Beauty and Aesthetics, right here in the heart of Brooklyn, not too far away. And what we do is all things beauty, chemical peels, aesthetics, laser, everything self-care. And we're catering to us in particular. And with my journey in this process, I happened to fall into Purpose Life maybe like December of 2019, and I was driving home, and I was at the light, and I said, "Man, I need a new church. I need a place to kick off my new year." And I looked to my left, and there goes Purpose Life. I was like, God is so funny to me, by the way. So, and I jot down the address and the phone number and all that stuff, and I said, I'm going to check them out, and I saw the Instagram. And then that Sunday, I came in, but not this campus, the other campus. And I came in, and I sat in the front, and at the end of the service was so it was so intimate, but so perfect. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it just felt good to be in that space. And then Pastor Heston came to me at the end, and he introduced himself to me, which I thought was odd because most pastors are like on their way to the next thing. And he asked me like, "Hi, I haven't seen you around here." And I explained to him, and he immediately went into, "What's your purpose? Do you know?" And I was like, "No, that's why I'm here." So, because nobody ever thinks about that question. I know I wasn't thinking about it. And it made me, so he gave me a set of guidelines to think about, how do I feel? Like what's my calling? What makes me happy? What am I most excited what I'm doing? And I was like, wow. So I started thinking about those questions, and then I was like, I have the answers, so I have to come back. So, and then I started coming back more and more and more, and then I ended up coming over to the main campus, and man, so I feel like Flatlands was like the appetizer, and this is like the main course, because then it's so big, and I was able to interface with a lot of different people, and then the new year was hitting. So now, New Year, it's time to reset. What are your goals? What are we doing? And I was in contract I just got our space, and so we were building it out, finding contractors and all that stuff. And no matter what was going on, I knew I needed a place where I could just lay my burdens, because I knew it was going to be a stressful process. And let me tell you, this church has wrapped their wings around me, and they prayed, and we started our 21-day fast, and it was just the routine was so perfect for where I was. I just kind of felt the constant prayer every time I walked in. Somebody was smiling, like, "Hi, Wendy." And I mean, you could tell now I'm not really that shy. So everyone was like, "Hi, Wendy, how you doing? How's everything?" People asked me about the journey and the process. Pastor and Lady Cherise always checked in on me to see where I was. And to be able to see this project from inception to now, it's like almost the church kind of grew with me in that short amount of time. And so I was just so excited to be here and just to see the end product, and hopefully everybody gets to come by and visit. So that's a little bit about my journey when it relates to last year up until now. Fresh oil to me just means blessing. It just means refreshing. It means rejuvenation. It means a lot of things, but the one thing that sticks out to my mind is renewal. That's what I think of when I think of fresh oil, and my experience that I've had the first time that I experienced fresh oil. I heard a lot of people talking about it, and I'm like, everybody's like, "Oh my God, fresh oil," and I'm like, what is that? But it's something that you just have to experience. You don't just, it sounds simple, but it's so good. So when it comes to fresh oil, the word that comes to mind is rejuvenation, refreshing. That was my experience the last time I attended, first time that I attended fresh oil. So interesting, because at the time, I didn't know I needed it so bad. I didn't know I needed to be rejuvenated in that way. I was in a space of searching, and I happened to find this church family, and then everything just came at such a right time. And so experiencing that intimacy, even though I was around so many people, the energy in the space, you felt God's presence from the time you checked in and you were doing your meet and greet, and the energy was just so high in here that experiencing fresh oil was like, I can't even put it into words. I'm searching for the words. It was just amazing. In that at that moment, I know I needed God so bad. I needed to understand, like, why was I here? What was my year going to be about? Because it was in the beginning of last year. So it kind of like set the tone for how my year was going to unfold. And it certainly did. So fresh oil is nothing short than amazing. So my greatest accomplishment in the business thus far is watching a dream, a conversation turn into reality. You know, I believe that things are going to get so much bigger and greater, because that's a promise that I feel like God has given me $1 million destiny, like a $1 million destiny. And but just listening and watching, like, a thought, okay, I could do this. And then the words turn into action, and you actually see that something that was in your brain is now in existence. And that's an accomplishment for me, because it's hard and it's tough, and we make goals and we fall short of them, and you have to push back the date. And the fact that I was able to stay on target, my sister and I, we stayed on target. We had a lot of challenges, a lot. I can't wait to write my book and be #1 bestseller. You guys are gonna love it. But we had a lot of challenges, but no matter what direction the challenges try to push us, we always reverted back to center, and which is God. And He always gave us, like, don't do left, go right. Don't talk to this person, speak to that person. So that is an accomplishment. I feel like I found my rhythm, and I found my sense of, my intuition has become sharpened because I stayed in prayer. And I've always, no matter what decision that I make, no one could pressure me. I always said, give me 24 hours, I gotta talk to my God about it. And what are they gonna say? No, you can't talk to God? You gotta give me 24. So being able to find myself, and my sister and I, we got even closer because our bond got even tighter because we knew that we had to do this together. That is my great accomplishment. Something that was on paper, I now have keys to.